Both the Democrats and Republicans each have their own plans for tackling homeownership and the wider housing market, reflecting their different economic and social beliefs. Democrats, especially during President Biden's term, have focused on making big investments in affordable housing. This includes new tax benefits to encourage building affordable homes in low-income areas and increasing affordable rental options. Biden's proposals aim to pump more money into the Housing Trust Fund and project-based rental assistance for very low-income families. They also want to make it easier to develop affordable housing.
I know the cost of housing is so important to you. If inflation keeps coming down, mortgage rates will come down as well, and the Fed acknowledges that. But I'm not waiting. I want to provide an annual tax credit that will give Americans $400 a month for the next 2 years as mortgage rates come down, to put toward their mortgages when they buy their first home or trade up for a little more space. Just for 2 years. And my administration is also eliminating title insurance on federally backed mortgages. When you refinance your home, you can save $1,000 or more as a consequence. For millions of renters, we're cracking down on big landlords who use antitrust law, who break antitrust laws by price fixing and driving up rents. We've cut red tape so builders can get federally financing, which is already helping build a record 1.7 million new housing units nationwide. Now pass and build and renovate 2 million affordable homes and bring those rents down.
It all sounds good, right? On the other hand, Republican policies traditionally emphasize minimizing the federal government's role in the housing market, with a focus on promoting responsible homeownership and reducing tax burdens. The GOP argues that such measures can spur economic activity by leaving more money in people's pockets, potentially making it easier for individuals to afford homes. Their approach includes incentives for homeownership, regulatory reforms aimed at encouraging private sector involvement in housing, and efforts to scale back federal interventions that they believe distort the housing market. The discussion around housing policies underlines a critical debate about the best path forward to address affordability and access issues in the housing market.
Lawmakers believe offering developers a tax credit could incentivize building. The proposal, called the Live Local Act, is being introduced by Republicans. It will be voted on during the upcoming legislative session in March. And while Republicans say it will help the current crisis, Democrats call it a giveaway to developers.
I think it's ironic that the Senate President said this is a market-based solution. No, this is a corporate giveaway solution.
This has become a #1 priority and a crisis on the top of policy priority lists across the state.
It has become a huge burden on our citizens and our residents, and it's something that we have to address.
And here is a little of what's in that bill. First off, it bans rent control. For developers, they will receive tax incentives based on the number of units that they are considered affordable.
Democratic proposals tend to prioritize direct investment in affordable housing and protections for renters and low-income buyers, aiming to address the root causes of housing shortages and the racial and economic inequities in access to housing. Republicans, conversely, focus on deregulation and tax reductions as means to stimulate private investment and homeownership based on the belief that a smaller government role and enhanced market efficiency will benefit the housing sector. It's essential to recognize the complexity of the housing crisis and the fact that solutions may require a mix of approaches to address the diverse needs of Americans across different income levels and regions. The debate also reflects broader ideological differences on the role of government in addressing social issues, with Democrats generally advocating for more active intervention and Republicans preferring a more market-driven approach.